Hope you had a good week. We got a whole bunch of stuff to tell you. We got our regular segments, news, celebrity gossip, and a couple of interviews. A couple or just one?
Yeah, just one interview.
Just one interview.
And a little music.
Some music, all the good stuff, the regular stuff.
Yeah.
We're keeping it consistent. Let's head right into the news with me. Good afternoon, guys. Hope your day has been a good one despite all the slush and snow. Some quick highlights for you. Beginning locally first, Rhode Island has created a task force that is searching for new ways for the state to save money. The entire state of Rhode Island is, of course, one of many having trouble with funds in the wake of the recession in recent years, and to say that the state is poor is somewhat of an understatement. This task force is looking to cut down on costs of some public services by combining, similar services such as tax collection and garbage pickup, as well as police and fire department dispatch lines. The General Assembly's new Commission on Shared Municipal Services was created to save money while still offering key services to citizens. Legislation has already been introduced in the Assembly to allow cities and local school districts to share the administrative costs of managing benefits for retired public service workers. Rhode Islanders, let's pray that this will relieve some of our debt. Turning to U.S. politics, yet another Kennedy is running for congressional office. I myself thought they were all dead, but there still seem to be a few kicking around. Joseph Kennedy III announced on his website a few days ago that he is launching a campaign for the Massachusetts congressional seat, which is currently held by Barney Frank, who is retiring soon. Joseph has made several campaign stops already, including one in Attleboro. As one news reporter commented, with Joseph now in the race, all other candidates have become second tier. Of course, the Kennedy legacy being as it is, he will be getting votes simply for his name and royal blood. As Mary Gadbury of Massachusetts commented, if he is a Kennedy, he is getting in. Despite his family having an outstanding record of public service in Massachusetts and across the country, Joseph states that he wants his campaign to, quote, be about the issues, knocking on more doors and shaking more hands. The Harvard Law graduate has a strong name, a strong resume, and a strong campaign. And I say good luck to him. Moving on to some world news, thousands of Afghanis are protesting the U.S. and burning of the Qurans. During a protest earlier today, gunfire exploded from the protesters, and the Afghani military returned fire in attempts to quell the situation. Apologies were given by both President Obama and the NATO commander-in-chief, but they seem to be doing very little to calm the angry protesters. During the prayers in mosques today, many feared that the worshippers would only add to the protest once the mosque got out and prayers had concluded. In a strange turn of events, it is not political leaders on either side of the conflict, but rather religious leaders inside Afghanistan that are doing the most to end the violence. They say that the Quran forbids people to kill anyone, even if they are Westerners, such as the United States and NATO forces. The religious leaders' words seem to have calmed some of the violence in certain areas of Afghanistan, but the chaos continued through the day. The Afghan security force was in full swing, acting bravely and swiftly to end the violent protests. It's believed that by the end of the day, at least 9 Afghanis lay dead or injured throughout the country. Ending with a quick weather forecast, today obviously we are looking at hours which will turn into partly cloudy on Saturday with temperatures in the high 40s. A clear and sunny Sunday with temps expected in the low 40s make this weekend look pretty excellent to be out and about. Get some shopping done and what have you. Today on Monday and Tuesday it will be partly cloudy, leading into mostly cloudy with a chance of rain for Wednesday and Thursday. Back to the main.
I got a question.
Please ask.
Now, they said they were protesting in Afghanistan, but they were violently protesting. So when does protesting become rioting? Like because I feel like when you're violently protesting, that's simply just rioting.
Well, I think rioting has a far less organized air to it. I mean, you can have a violent protest, but you still have people organizing and leading the crowd, whereas a riot is just people up in arms for whatever reason, creating chaos for no other reason than to create chaos and destroy something.
Good way of putting it. Very good.
That's my opinion anyway, and I'm probably wrong, but hey. Moving on to celebrity gossip, we have Juliana.
Hey everyone. everyone, welcome back to Celebrity Catch Up with me, Julia McGuire. Once again, I'll be bringing you the top celebrity gossip of the week. So let's get started. Angelina Jolie will be reuniting with her ex-husband Billy Bob Thornton to help him with his memoir titled The Billy Bob Tapes, A Cave Full of Ghosts. The book details his southern upbringing, bizarre phobias, his life in general, and his loves, including his brief marriage to Angelina. A rep for the publishing company confirmed that Jolie will even be writing the foreword for his memoir. So I guess it's safe to say that she's fine with Thornton making a film based on their relationship? Well, we'll have to see what Brad Pitt says about that one, though. According to Thornton's publisher, the memoir will be released on May 15th. And are Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds shopping for rings already? Only after 6 months of dating, the couple has already had the approval from each of their families. And word is Blake is looking for something vintage. Friends say that Blake's family adores Ryan, and Blake's sister already refers to him as her future brother-in-law. It seems like Blake has really found Mr. Right. Rihanna and Chris Brown, however, have raised eyebrows this week when they unveiled a musical collaboration on 2 songs. Brown appears on Rihanna's remix of Birthday Cake, while Rihanna cameos on Brown's Turn Up the Music remix. But are the two back together? Well, sources say that friends of Brown and Rihanna are not too happy about it and are actually trying to stop it from becoming official. Speaking of Chris Brown, though, he has been accused of robbery by sudden snatching. And yes, I know what you're thinking, that is a real thing, and the police are preparing a warrant for his arrest. A woman said that Brown grabbed her iPhone out of her hand and immediately took off with it. According to the police report, the incident occurred outside of a Miami nightclub last Sunday night when a woman approached Brown as he had gotten into his car. She took her phone out to take a picture of him. However, Brown reached out of his window and snatched the phone as his car took off. On TV last night, American Idol announced its season's top 24, which means these contestants get a shot to perform live for votes from the viewers. However, this season there's a twist. 4 guys will be brought back next week to compete for one last spot, making it top 13 on the guys' side. Rhode Island native Erica Van Pelt made it to the top 12 for the girls, but we will see her sing live Wednesday night, as the guys will sing first on Tuesday. And what would celebrity gossip be without bringing up the Kardashians? Everyone has been anxiously awaiting Kourtney Kardashian to reveal the sex of her baby, and earlier this week in a blog she wrote, quote, "I'm so excited to reveal that we are having a baby girl. This is an amazing blessing. Scott and I are so thrilled. The baby is due in late spring and will be the couple's second child." And don't forget to watch the 84th Annual Academy Awards this Sunday night, recognizing the year's best films. Some similar faces were nominated this year, like George Clooney and Brad Pitt for Best Actor in a Leading Role, and Meryl Streep, Glenn Close, and Viola Davis for Best Actress. There were 9 films nominated for Best Picture, including The Artist, The Descendants, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, The Help, Hugo, Midnight in Paris, Moneyball, The Tree of Life, and War Horse. Well, thanks for tuning in this week. I'm Julia McGuire, and I'll see you back next time. Now to the desk.
Julia, not Juliana, my mistake. As far as Chris Brown goes, what is up with him? He just can't seem to get anything right as far as
I don't know.
shenanigans go.
If I was Chris Brown, I would have probably stolen that person's phone too.
Yeah, granted, I had heard the story before driving to school today, and I heard that he had obviously taken the phone, but I didn't hear why. If someone's taken a picture of him and he doesn't want it, I can more so understand that, but still, do you just grab it and run away? I mean, at least make an effort to give it back, and maybe it has.
No.
No, I wouldn't doubt that he hasn't.
Just take it. Just take it, put it in your pocket.
Again,
your phone.
there's a warrant out for
No,
the rest.
I'm just messing. But I'll tell you what's weird. It's weird hearing my name all the time. Blake Lively.
I like it,
Blake
Lively. Blake Lively.
Especially
Rolls
because
off
it's a
the
girl's
tongue.
name
It's
too.
like velvet of the mouth.
All right then, let's go straight to movies. All right, now this weekend we got some kind of weird things coming up. We're coming to the end of the February movies. February being, of course, the kind of the worst months for movies of the year. First off is Wanderlust, starring Brad Pitt, Paul Rudd, and Jennifer Aniston. And they go to some retreat to get happy, and they meet, that dude from Key and Peele, and I don't know what it is about. But I don't think it's going to look too good, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. My prediction is that it's going to be in the same level as role models. So if you like role models, you're probably gonna like this movie. Next up is Act of Valor. Act of Valor stars, I don't even know, just like unknown actors. But you have a couple real Navy SEALs in it. It's supposed to be this super authentic action movie, but I don't know if the mission is based off a real one. And it's not getting good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm not gonna go see it. And the last movie coming out is Gone, starring the dumb chick from, I say dumb because she plays a girl that's really dumb in Mean Girls. She was in Mamma Mia too. I don't know her name. I don't know. This movie's she's basically, it's about, she gets kidnapped and some kidnapper comes back and and takes her sister, and people don't believe her. I don't know. It again doesn't look like a real good movie, like even more so. But if I had to pick one to go see, my best pick would definitely be Wanderlust, Back to the Desk. And that's right here. All right, now let's take it to William English.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you dearly for staying tuned long enough to see me, your obvious favorite for your obviously favorite segment of the show. We here at the Weekly Review know you have a choice in your mindless university television entertainment, a very, very, very minimal choice, albeit, but a choice nonetheless, and we humbly thank you for watching. Today on the English Invasion, yours truly will be giving you tips, pointers, and general advice on the proper etiquette of the human courtship ritual. Now then, please keep in mind this is written and styled for a, well, English audience, so American audiences may find this a bit lengthy. The reasoning behind this, frankly, is because if my segment were geared towards an American audience, it would contain an excess of vulgarities, obscenities, drunken shenanigans, and inevitably end up with a pregnant 16-year-old girl who sells her bastard offspring to MTV for 15 minutes in a self-loathing spotlight of tears and lost childhood. That being said, please enjoy my segment. We have refined our courtship acts over generations, back from the cavemen days of old when all you had to do was grab your girl and have your way with her in what can only be described as painful caveman rape. While today some choose still the ways of our ancestor the caveman, most people follow the subtle rules of courtship that dictate the proper procedure to safe consensual mating. Courtship today is a delicate and intricate and very risky game of chutes and ladders. The correct role will see you climbing up closer to the ultimate goal of being able to change your Facebook status to in a relationship, while the wrong role will see you spiraling downward into a puddle of disappointment, loneliness, and cold TV dinners. To begin, scientists and scholars alike agree that introducing yourself to a prospective mate is generally a good idea. To not introduce yourself and continue to pursue said love interest is paramount to stalking. Remember, you are finding a mate, not hunting a moose. After introductions are out of the way, you should follow up with some idle conversation to relieve tension between the two of you. While this will be the most boring part, it will be an excellent opportunity to learn about your prey. Mate, my tip here is to be honest with the other person about who you are and what you do, unless you are a very boring person. If you are one of these boring people, you should do something interesting with your life before you go out looking for a mate. If you lack any background of interest, you must lie. Tell her that you do something etchy, dangerous, or traveled. Here is a simple formula that may help. Ask her if she has ever done something extreme. She will likely say no and be interested to know why and how you yourself have done said extreme thing of interest. Note that it is a good idea to choose something very outlandish for your extreme thing of interest, just to make sure that she has never done it herself. Next, inform her of how great the extreme thing is, how you did it, when you did it, and where you did it. Here is an example. Have you ever gone diving for Colombian gold? It is so much fun. I do it all the time with my friend Gordo del Puta. He's Mexican. Last time we dove was a few years ago off the coast of Peru. It is as easy as that, my friends. Odds are there will be classical music playing, so your next move is to dance with her. Simple waltz will do. If you do not know how to dance, shame on you. You have failed as a human being and should turn off the TV now. If she does not know how to dance or refuses to, Assert your authority as a gentleman and gallantly whisk her away onto the dance floor, being sure not to knock her down in the process. Tell her to follow your lead, shut up, and dance. After the dancing, she will be so smitten with you that all you need do now is go back home with her. Depending on the amount of alcohol she has consumed throughout the evening, to be able to, to be able to bear your company, this will be either an easy or very difficult task. If she is sober, you will walk away through the city, exchanging jokes and reminiscing on the good evening. If she is as drunk as a Scotsman, she will be stumbling and vomiting all the way home, and the night will likely end up in said painful caveman rape that I aforementioned. Be sure to bring protection, for you are likely to be mugged en route back to her place. That is it for me today, ladies and gents. I hope you have a good and invigorating time. Good day.
Very insightful as always. Very insightful as always. And now we go to Juliana interviewing the president.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm here with Nick Rudder, who is a junior here at URI, and he's also the president of the URI Musicians Guild. So Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the guild is?
Certainly. The Guild gives bands around the area an opportunity to come play and students an opportunity to go see them. So yeah, our main goal is just to provide an alternative to kind of partying and to give students something to do, and also bands the opportunity to get the music out there.
Cool. Do you work outside of URI, or is it primarily based on campus?
The only time we'll work outside is if we're putting up posters on in Providence or whatever to promote our shows, but we're staying on campus for the time being.
Okay, do you find that a lot of students come from just URI, or do some people come from off campus or aren't students here?
The draws are usually mixed. Our primary target is URI students. We keep the admission prices lower with a student ID, but we get a variety of people from all over. So yeah, it's a variety.
Okay, and you are the president, so what are your specific duties as president?
I need to know how to do kind of everything, but mainly it's just to get the other people in the organization motivated and to teach them and inform them. And mainly my role is just, making sure that Senate and everybody upstairs is happy with what we're doing.
Okay, that's great. And how did you come across the guild? Did you obviously have an interest in music, so was that something that drew you to it?
Absolutely. I hung around with bands when I was in high school, started one or two, wasn't very successful, and then I saw this group at first night, and it was just perfect. So joined up, and the senior officers graduated, and I stepped in their place.
Cool. Now, are you familiar with the show Roadie Rhythm?
I am, yeah. We were contacted very recently by the gentleman, I believe his name's Mark, and he wanted to know what acts we could possibly send his way. So we're definitely pleased to be a part of it, and we're looking forward to seeing it develop.
Do you have any collaborations with that anytime soon?
We just recommended a band that played for us recently. I believe they're called Tyler and Joel, and since they're just a trio, they would fit easier in the studio. But yeah, absolutely. We are definitely planning in the future to help them out with the bands performing here.
That's cool. And have you ever performed at a show here, or what instruments do you play?
I played bass a while ago. I didn't really keep up with it, and I sold it recently, sold my stuff. But I haven't myself played here. But it's really great just to be able to provide a stage for the bands and work behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's great. And when is your next show?
Our next concert is Friday, March 3rd. Doors are opening at 6 p.m. We have the Washingtons headlining, along with Boston band Emma Ate the Lion. We have a local band, the Thoroughbreds. And yeah, it should be a good time. And after spring break on March 23rd, we're having our first metal show. So it's going to be a big risk, and we're hoping people will come out and see it.
What type of bands do you get primarily for your shows? What kind of music?
We've been kind of in an indie alternative kind of vein lately. We're trying to expand out of that. Although as great as the indie alternative scene here is here in Rhode Island, we feel that we're only reaching a certain amount of the students, and with this metal show and other things, we're hoping to branch out and garner more appeal and more people coming out to shows.
Okay, and where do your concerts take place on campus?
Usually they're in Atrium 1 in the Memorial Union. That's our pretty reliable venue, so that's what we'll usually use.
Okay, and do the shows only take place while school's in session, or are they throughout the summer?
There was one time where we were contacted by a group of high school students to put on a show during the summer, but for the most part, we're strictly during the school year.
All right, well, thanks for being with us, Nick. Look out for upcoming shows, students, and I'll bring it back to the desk.
can only play air guitar. Does that
Oh, air
qualify me for
guitar?
Musicians Guild?
I can play some tuba. I haven't played in a while, but
Really?
I'll play
Tuba?
that. Yeah, that's what I played in high school.
Now, I actually myself used to play trumpet back in elementary school, but I sucked at it. So I rage quit.
That same thing happened to me, except instead of quitting, I switched instruments because when you're with a bunch of people who play trumpet, it's easy to sound bad because people have stuff to compare you to. Whereas when you're tuba, there's only one of you, so they don't know how bad you actually are.
It's true. It's true.
Worked out pretty good.
I should have stuck with it, but I'll cry for myself later. We're moving on to movie reviews with music.
The music.
I can't read the
segment right now.
teleprompter correctly. Music. welcome back. Hey, and welcome back. In the essence of expediency, we're going to be moving right along to Blake and Chris's movie review segment, also known as John's Couch.
This smile right here, this is my I was right smile. How you feeling, Blake? What did you see last week? What crushed all your hopes and all your dreams?
10 minutes into the movie.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
15,
Yeah.
20 minutes into the movie, Deebs, our friend, turns to me and says, "Do you think it's too late to get a refund? Need I say more about Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance?" And do you know the worst part? The worst part about all this?
Please tell me.
They had something good on their hands. They had a budget. They had a good character design. The desert looks cool. It matches the whole hellish atmosphere. You're in a hellish place. They had and the biggest thing of all, they had the devil. He has to come to Earth only by taking over a person's body. But when he does that, doesn't have a lot of power. Now he finally has a chance to possess a body that can handle his power, and he can wreak havoc like he always wanted to on the Earth. They had something good, and they just messed it all up. They just took all the good stuff, they just put it in a little basket and took a huge dump on it.
Now you put your faith in a Nicolas Cage movie. Will you ever do that again?
No, I didn't put my faith in Nicolas Cage. I put my faith in the dudes who and they should never make a movie again.
No.
No.
Unless it's Crank 3.
No Crank 3. I'm not even supporting Crank 3. You just, because you could have made something good even with Nicolas Cage. Even with only having a few Ghost Rider scenes, just messed it all up. They said it couldn't be done, and they proved everyone wrong. They made a worse movie than the first one.
Oh man.
My God.
I am glad I skipped this. I am glad I never had to see this. I instead sat home and played Arkham City all day.
Yeah.
Which
good
was
for you.
great and really gave me a true sense of what a superhero is. Instead of your anti-superhero. Ghost Rider.
Shut up. It could have been good.
But it wasn't.
We
So
could have
now-
had sick things where Ghost Rider is he's like holding a guy who's about to blow them both up with a grenade, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna blow that." And then Ghost Rider just comes in, and just bites the grenade and eats it, and just blows up in his stomach. No, none of that.
No, none of that.
None of that.
Instead-
The stupid. That's all he did. The whole stupid movie.
So what do we have next week to look forward to? What did you say? I'm gonna skip back to Bella. I'm gonna skip Gone. And I really don't want to see Wonderlust.
I want to see The Artist.
We might go see The Artist, or we might see The Secret of Arrietty, which is the Studio Ghibli show, which is Miyazaki's
Oh,
studio.
what do you call it? The Borrower anime.
Yeah. So, but until then, we'll see you next week. Keep all your movies, not terrible. Julio.
Man, not okay. So, religious lunatic / Republican candidate Rick Santorum brings some excellent points into consideration. One of his better points is that he wants to ban premarital and extramarital sex because it's evil. It's a rumor, but he might want to end it. So, anyways, do you know what's wrong with the world today? Do you want to know what the worst thing in the world is? It's sex. Sex is obscene, indecent, and it's unnatural. Even Jesus and Buddha think sex is wrong. With no sex, the world would be a better place. It will solve all of the world's problems. No more overpopulation, and more jobs will be open. No more rapes, no more prostitutes, no more abortions, and most importantly, no more STDs, no more AIDS. Imagine it. You don't need protection anymore. So the future looks bright with no sex. If you want such a beautiful future, stop having sex now. Stop it, people. Stop it. Rick Santorum 2012. He's bringing war on hell. Hell yeah. Okay, and now back to Blake.
Back to Blake.
Back to William English.
Where are we going?
Back to Blake. Hey, what's up, my peeps? It's me again, back with another installation of food. You know, the show that makes you fat but happy. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the best freaking thing in the world. You find it in just about any home, anywhere, and it tastes like your mouth is having a freaking orgasm. It is the epitome of foodstuffs, the grandmaster of delicacies, the crack cocaine of the cereal. Now, making cereal is just like running from the cops when they bust you for possession of meth. Easy, if you do it right. First thing you need to do is get a bowl, all right? I'm not talking a mug or a jug or a Tupperware container or a freaking casserole dish. I mean a bowl. It's round and holds stuff like liquids and inhalants. Now, once you get a bowl, your next step is to choose your cereal. Cereals, like people, they come in all shapes and sizes and colors, and some are naturally better than others. The best cereal out there is, of course, the one with the little green guy on it. You know, the one with the freaking iris thing that runs from the children, like my friend Scotty used to run from his drunken dad. Once you got your cereal of choice, it is time to get something to put on that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about milk. Listen, it music to your ears when that milk hits the cereal. Delicious. So once you've added your milk, because let's face it, cereal without milk is like the Pope without his funny little hat thing there. So you pour in the milk, and it is just harmony at that point. It is just freaking electric, all right? Now then, excuse me, I had some cereal earlier, stuck in my throat. So, what else does it say? You got your cereal, you got your bowl. Hopefully the cereal's in the bowl unless you screwed it up. You got your milk in it, and you just eat away like it's freaking God's creation of masterful works. That's it. You got your bowl, your cereal, your milk, having a good time. Bam! You create cereal. You grab a spoon, enjoy it, and then have a wonderful mouthgasm. My work here is done. Stop looking at me and go back to Blake.
You will, of course, you forgot the best cereal of them all. The one that makes milk worth drinking, Kix. Nothing more needs to be said.
Kicks?
Kix.
I grant you, kicks are good, all right? But they're not the best.
Kix are the best. It's an undisputed fact. It's just true.
It's a very disputed
It's a
fact. I'm disputing this
scientific
fact.
law
It's not even a
that
fact.
Kix are the best cereal there are.
Oh, what's science behind that? The best
Albert
cereal.
Einstein in 1927
They didn't have cereal.
did the equation. and
Albert
he figured
Einstein.
That milk
Oh.
times air plus sugar equals Kix.
No,
All cereal is
no,
Kix.
no.
End of
What he
story.
had for breakfast was
Plus
beans and
corn
sausages. That's all they have in
minus
Germany, okay?
The derivative,
Maybe some baklava, I don't know.
high fructose corn
No.
syrup.
No, 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 no. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's where it's at. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You got the delicious little graham squares. With,
Bring up
you
my
can
cake.
see the deliciousness in it.
All right.
Balls with the grains of crap.
Hey. As your god and as your overlord, I get to pick who wins this battle. William, what is your cereal of choice?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, my lord.
No competition. Will English!
Oh! 2 days in a row! What? Oh! Cinnamon Toast Crunch! Stay frosty, my friend.